Hello everyone, thanks for pressing play. You are watching a brand new episode of Talking Comics ExcaliburCCGTV, where every week we come together to get you ready for Wednesday. I am Chris. My co-host Randy the Man is here with us, and this week we are getting you ready for January 20th, 2016. Some great stuff hitting the shelf this week that we want to let you know about, and we just love you. We like coming here, getting on the camera, and saying, "Hey, what's up, guys?" How you feeling, bro?
I'm good. I'm tired. I'm hungry.
All the above.
I'm ready for my day off.
I get it. I totally get it.
I'm here dying to know if my Chiefs are going to beat the Patriots. So,
oh, yeah. That's
we'll
right.
We'll know by the time this airs.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not looking good right now.
Hey, guys. Thanks for all of our new subscribers, new listeners on iTunes and Stitcher. Thanks for being part of this community. We really, really appreciate it. And we are Excalibur Comics, Cards, and Games in Shreveport, Louisiana, as well as in Texarkana, Texas. You can always go to our website, ExcaliburCCG.com, find out what's going on with us as well. And diving into our website, I want to go ahead and cover something here real quick. For all of our local people, and any of our customers that still do business with us, that live away, because we do still have some mail order customers that we take care of. Every day on our website is a new series that you can pre-order that's coming out approximately 2 months from now.
Yes, that's important.
It's a way for you to pre-order, and we have it set up to where all you got to do is you go to our website, ExcaliburCCG.com, look at the homepage, scroll through some posts. If you find something that you want to add to your pull list, you just simply put in your name, your email address, your phone number, select our Texarkana store or our Shreveport store, and then hit submit. And an email is sent to the owners of the store, and they get the stuff added to your pull list, and even send you a confirmation email to let you know it's been added to your pull list. It's very easy to do, very easy to use. It's just bam, 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 and it's on your list.
Yeah, I just explained that to somebody a day or two ago.
Yeah,
they said they had seen a book, they were wanting to order it, and that's like comes out in April.
Yeah,
and well, I thought that this was something that was available now. No, most times when you see something like that, they're trying to promote it early enough so that you can order it, get the buzz going for that book. Also, in that same vein, guys, let me give you a little lesson on something here. When it comes to books that the comic shop's going to be getting in here, you cannot always assume that we're going to have that book in. One of the things you have to do is get a pull list and pre-order that book.
Yeah.
We have that going on right now with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers #0.
Yeah.
That's one of those things where it's tough for us to know, do our customers want this or not? When we have one or two that pre-order, they must not want it, kind of thing. That's one of those when Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came out, there wasn't really a big interest in it. It wasn't until Donatello died that there was a big interest in something like that. Yeah. So with these things, He-Man comes out. If we order 20 books because we're expecting, everybody talks about nostalgia, what they love, and we sell 3 books, we're left with a lot of extra stuff we're losing money on.
Exactly.
And so that's money that could have been put on something else that would sell.
Yep.
So it's hard for us to know what's going to sell, what's not going to sell. And those things sell out real quick because we put in the final order on it. They go, there's not that much. And so they print up only a certain amount with a certain amount extra.
Yep.
So it's tough to get a hold of something like that if you are not pre-ordering it. We cannot read minds on something like that. That's real important for you to understand. Now, I'm not getting on to anybody with something like this. I'm just trying to let you know. Pre-ordering is important for a comic shop like us. The other thing to know with that is, again, everybody and their mother is wanting the green Power Ranger cover or the white Power Ranger cover.
Yeah.
Guys, we have to order 50 copies to be able to get a green Power Ranger cover. We have to order to get one. We have to order 125 to be able to get one white Power Ranger cover. variant covers are a tough business, guys.
Whoa.
Comic shops don't stay open on variant covers.
No,
they will go under very quickly if they want to sell variant covers and have those always available to you, because you're going to buy a lot of overstock that's just eats at your profits there. Yeah. So variant covers, we work with what we can, and it's not one of those things where we're being stingy and we don't want to help you guys out. It's something that we are not helping ourselves out if we get these things for the comic shop, because I mean, our comic shop won't be here for you if something like that happens. So we understand that you like them, and we try to get them for you when they're available. But guys, just understand that that's not always an easy task there. Huge shops that have their online shops or in major cities, they're able to do something a little differently there because they're buying in these mass bulks to be able to sell people who buy stuff online. But your local comic shops, that's a different story. We run much more like a small mom and pop shop. So be aware of that. Know that we're not trying for you. Sometimes it's not made easy.
Right. Right. We are trying. It's just not made easy.
Yeah. We are.
Yeah, exactly.
So just a little something that we've run into a couple of issues here, and I want to make you aware of that just in case a lot of you might not be aware of something like that, because looking at the previews book doesn't tell you something like that. They may say an incentive cover, but you don't know how much you have to buy for something like that.
Exactly.
So just be aware of that. A little bit of lesson there from someone that works in the business to someone that is a customer that I understand. I love variant covers.
Yep.
And it's not easy.
Yeah, seriously. So pre-ordering is your friend, guys, and honestly, here in the U.S., this all of what Randy said applies.
Yeah.
And I know we have many international viewers as well. Yeah. It applies even more so to overseas and out of the U.S., Canada, South America. It applies even more so. These comic shops there, if they don't have it, I mean, it takes a bit to get some of these variant covers like this, and I'm sure your comic shop is doing the best they can, but communication and pre-ordering will help you with a lot of that situation.
Yeah, absolutely. So, sorry to go off on a tangent with that.
No, it's been a while. We haven't talked about pre-ordering in a long time. It is your friend. It is a great way and the best way to make sure you get what you want.
Yeah.
And so there we go, guys. Another quick announcement that we wanted to make is that later this year, we will be there is going to be another Geeked Con here in Shreveport, Bossier area, and they have announced their first guest. It is none other than George Perez, the legendary comic book artist, is going to be here. And I think that's just, that's awesome. I think that's just awesome he's going to be here.
He has had his hand in epic runs on series, in creating memorable epic characters, and in some of the most important crossover events for Marvel and DC comics ever.
Including the DC and Marvel crossover events.
The DC and Marvel crossover events. And I mean, those of you that go, what's that?
Yeah, seriously.
Come on, guys. Come on.
I know.
Crisis on Infinite Earths and Infinity Gauntlet. Come on.
Oh, seriously. Yeah. So yes. This is the guy that visualized it and made it happen for you on the page.
The detail that he puts into it, and he only seems to have gotten better over time.
Yeah,
that's it.
I agree.
And he's supposed to be a hell of a guy, so I'm kind of hoping I might be able to meet him. I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to get out of work to go over there and do that, but that'd be awesome.
It'd be super awesome. So guys, there you go. This is coming up in August for all of our local people or anybody else who wants to travel and be a part of that sometime in August. We'll probably have more details closer, but take a look at that.
Yeah, if you look at, they already have the dates. I think it's the 19th. It's sometime like around then. You look at geekcon.com and you can find out.
Exactly. Hey, real quick aside, this is the redo of this episode, and I want to say thanks to Buzz for coming out and doing the previous one that did not record because of my equipment malfunction. And thanks to Randy for coming in and doing this for this episode, where hopefully everything will work just like it's supposed to work today. So there we go. Because Buzz was here and helped out, and you would have seen him instead of Randy, but my camera died on me. So there we go, guys.
So no covering Savage Dragon or Judge Dredd or anything like that.
Hey, he had some good stuff, too.
Oh, I bet he did. I bet he did. It's a very different choice of favorites whenever Buzz is here.
It is. It always is.
It's cool to get to see what other people read.
Very cool. And yes, adding that is always nice. And guys, let's go ahead and add to everything. We're going to go ahead and dive in to new number one, some new number ones hitting this week from several different companies, not just the big two. We got some other things we're covering as well. Randy, go ahead and start us off, bro.
The big one I'm excited about from Marvel Comics, Captain Marvel number 1. This is Tara Butters and Michelle Vasquez, or Tara Guggenheim, as I've seen it listed other places, and Chris Anka. And with this, you're going to get to take a look at Carol as she's trying to juggle the duties of being a soldier and being a diplomat. It's not an easy thing. No. This all happens when she takes on the responsibility of Alpha Flight. Alpha Flight is the newly installed, I guess, taking the place of SWORD, installed first line of defense for the Earth from extraterrestrial invasions, encounters, what have you. Yeah. So we've seen little bits and pieces of this already in the Ultimates and some other Avengers Zero, different things like that. But now we're going to get to see full-on Carol with it. So looking forward to a new author's or writer's take, because it's been Kelly Sue DeConnick for so long.
That's right. That's right. There we go, guys. Moving on, a brand new volume of Silver Surfer with Silver Surfer number 1. I know Brad is going to be happy about this. Guys, Dan Slott, Mike Allred are back as the creative team, just like they were on the previous volume. They are back with this new volume. And Don Greenwood has been with Silver Surfer now for a while. He's taken her all over the cosmos. Now he is taking her to the most fantastic planet of them all, Earth. Oh. Coming back home to Earth to show her the mysteries, the secrets, reveal all kinds of things, magic, all that jazz that she never knew about her very own home planet, and one that fascinates Norrin Rad. So there we go, guys. New volume of Silver Surfer hitting this week as well.
We got a new number 1 6-issue miniseries coming out from DC Comics, Poison Ivy Cycle of Life and Death, long title, written by Amy Chu, not drawn, written by Amy Chu, but drawn by Clay Mann, so that's awesome. We have with this Poison Ivy. Ivy is trying to juggle, again, juggling. That's what we're seeing with everything. Walking the straight and narrow here.
Right.
And being a professor at the Gotham Botanical Gardens and leading a normal life. However, that all is put in jeopardy when there is a murder that happens and all signs seem to point to her. Yes. So we'll see what's going on there. I like the concept with this.
Yes, very cool. And another one of those miniseries that you were telling us about. Yeah. I think we're 3 or 4 of them in for this year so far.
The Swamp Thing was a real strong start with the miniseries, so we'll see if this one continues. Everybody's loving Superman American Alien as well.
Yes, exactly. Guys, a couple of number 1s from some independent comic companies that we have covered, some that we haven't. A brand new company that I've just recently found out about, Aftershock Comics, is putting out a brand new series this week called American Monster number 1. Why should you pay attention to this? Because it's written by Brian Azzarello, who you know from Wonder Woman, you know from 100 Bullets, you know from the current Dark Knight series. He's co-writing with Frank Miller, all that jazz. Brian Miller has been around with art by Juan Doe. And this is a new company, new book. I don't know if it's creator-owned or if it's a company. I'm quite sure it's creator-owned. But this takes a look at a man who gets off a bus in a small town with specific plans in mind. He faces the corrupt sheriff and brings him down, and that's just the beginning, because as people think that he's going to be a hero, he's actually there to take over the gang in town, and that's just the start of his particular story.
So it's kind of like Rambo until he shows that he's not the good drifter.
Exactly. Cool. So there we go. That's American Monster number 1 from Aftershock Comics. You may want to put Aftershock Comics on your radar, because I believe they still have some other creators
Garth
coming
Ennis
in.
has written a comic already. This is they've already had some books come out.
Okay.
Garth Ennis has written one. Super Zero is by Palmiotti and Connor.
Okay.
And yeah, they're getting A-list stars trying to write books that are are very well developed books.
Yeah.
And it's not just looking for like the new flashy book, new TNA kind of book, something like that. New, very creator driven books.
Yes. I'm expecting a crime noir type story with this. We'll see though when it comes out. Another one that is kind of getting into like the creator-owned game. They've been in it for a little bit for a while now. Dynamite Comics is teaming up with Rick Remender and giving us Devolution #1, hitting this week. Art by Jonathan Weishack. Rick Remender, you know him from X-Force, Fear Agent, Black Science, Deadly Class, all kinds of stuff. He usually does a lot of stuff for Image, but now he's coming to Dynamite for this particular story, which takes a look at a post-apocalyptic world where some type of event has triggered humanity's devolution. They're going back to being Neanderthals, and they're saber-toothed tigers, and the world's overrun with plant life, and just like it was kind of like in dinosaur days and caveman days. And there's a small group of people referring to themselves as Steel Sapiens that are trying to find a cure for what has happened and reignite evolution for humanity again and bring them back to what they were before all this happened. So there we go, guys, with this new series from Dynamite Comics.
Yeah.
Very cool. So, guys, those are just some of the #1s that we're covering this week. Your comic shop may have some additional ones that we haven't mentioned, but those are definitely the big ones to be on the lookout for and check out as well. Moving on to storylines, guys. There are no storylines for us to cover this week, but we just had the wrap-up of Secret Wars.
Yeah.
With Secret Wars #9. We just had the wrap-up of Robin War. And we just had a big turning point, pivotal event with Walking Dead 150 that hit last week. So, tell us your thoughts on those down below. We'd love to hear what you thought of the conclusions of the big storylines and what you thought of Walking
Where
Dead.
the Dark Side War stands, I don't know.
Exactly.
It's still going.
It is still going.
I don't know how long it's supposed to go.
We'll get some more of that. Speaking of storylines, though, real quick, because I wanted to mention this earlier, but I decided to hold it to now. With Captain Marvel #1 coming out this week, be prepared, guys. We have a huge storyline coming up in just a few months with Civil War 2, which pits Iron Man versus Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Now, what that could be, I don't know. There is supposed to be a death of a major hero. You know how all that goes with comics and storylines, but there we go, guys. Be on the lookout for that, and we'll have more information about that, too, as that time draws closer. Moving on to our favorites, guys. These are the comics that are at the top of our stack. The first things that we are going to read as soon as we get our hands on them. Randy, what's up for you?
I've got a couple of weird ones for you and one of my staples here.
Yep.
First up, we have Carver, a Paris story #2. This is kind of a hard-boiled action story that is taking a look at this cold, calculated killer. And in this issue, he's going to have to come across or revisit the woman that kind of made him into who he is. The woman he used to love, but things happen.
Okay.
So interesting book. I enjoyed the first issue with this. Miss Marvel #3. This is not a good one here. This one pits Miss Marvel versus Bruno. And there's a reason for that. He's supposed to be her best bud in this. And what's the reason for it? And who exactly is behind the, what's the name of it? Hope Yard's development exactly? I'll give you a hint. There you go.
It's been too long, bro. That's awesome.
So, if you don't know what that is, you should if you've watched any of the Marvel movie stuff by now.
Yes.
That's not how exactly went for a long time in Marvel Comics.
Right.
But the movies have turned it into something that people by now should be familiar with.
Right.
So if you're not, shame on you. Finally for me, Jim Henson's, this is another long one. Jim Henson's The Storyteller Dragons #2. First issue of this was an amazing book. Very well written, very well drawn, beautiful art. The first one, Witches, that they did of the Storyteller series was a little interpretive with the art, we shall say. Okay. This one here, though, takes a look at this young heir to a kingdom as he's out fishing, finds a worm. Worm is a type of dragon, for those of you that don't know.
Okay.
And decides to toss it in this town's well. Well, grows up, starts irritating the town, destroying the town, whatnot, and so the heir has to come back and take care of this problem that he started. I like the little tales that they tell. They always have kind of that twist ending lesson at the end of it. So this is a 4-issue series. The first one hopefully should still be available. Check it out, please. It's fun stuff. Boom Studios Archaea / book.
Who's putting out the Carver story?
Carver story, don't get me lying. It begins with like a V, the studio. I don't know, Vertical or something. It's something like that. It's a very obscure one. Apparently, I don't know if this person's supposed to be making it into a movie or has done a movie with it. You can go onto a website and see kind of a short of what they've done. I'm not sure what exactly is going on there. Okay. It did have an awesome Paul Pope variant for the first issue.
Paul Pope variant. Very cool, guys. Some different stuff that Randy is checking out. You may want to check it out as well. Moving on for me, Star Wars 15 hits this week. The Vader Down storyline's over with. And this is a standalone issue telling a story of Obi-Wan Kenobi and his time on Tatooine. And also why Owen Lars took Luke in but never wanted Obi-Wan Kenobi to be a part of his life. So we can take a look at that with this issue. Also, Legacy of Luther Strode. This is an Image comic series that I've been enjoying. This is the third volume on it. It's just a favorite of mine. Justin Jordan, Tradmore, killing it on the art. Another step in this story that I'm definitely wanting to check out. Because we take a look at Luther Strode, who has to face an opponent that he can't fight. And fighting is a huge part of this story. So I want to see what they're going to tell with this particular issue and how it's going to affect Luther Strode. Another one that's a new series that just came out. I was impressed with number one, and I'm definitely going to check out number 2. Symmetry, number 2, hits this week. This takes a look at this utopian world where everything is controlled, everybody is happy, your life is planned out for you, you have this path, you have the resources to accomplish that. You are given the opportunity to mate and reproduce and all this jazz. And then at the end of issue number 1, it all comes crashing down around them, and people have to think basically for themselves, almost for the first time ever, or in a long time. And this takes a look at that continuing story with this particular issue. The whole symmetry of society has been disrupted, and we have to see how these people are going to move forward until things are restored back to order, or if they ever are. So we'll see with this going on forward with this issue. Really like the artwork by Raphael Ainco.
Yeah,
great looking stuff.
Matt Hawkins that writes this one.
Yeah, it is Matt Hawkins. Think Tank and Postal and other things. So there we go, guys.
Lady Pendragon going way back.
The Tithe series as well. An Image. There's a lot of creator-owned stuff. Another one that I'm really looking forward to.
Real quickly, we have a question from a customer here. Tithe. Did you or maybe one of our viewers here, did the book end?
No.
Are they having like issues with putting it? Because there's been a long gap in that coming out. And it's not something that's like they put out the trade and then they have the gap. It's just like suddenly there's a gap between the issues that is kind of unexplained.
It's still going on. There was also a gap of time with Postal as well.
Was there?
Yeah, but it's still continuing. So as far as I know, they both are still coming out. I'm not sure of what the gap was, if they took a self-imposed vacation or if there was any other type of issues with the creators. Sometimes that happens. But there we go. So great books to check out.
Dying of the Dead.
Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, and speaking of Hickman.
Yeah.
Apparently, it looks like he's still got his finger in the Marvel pool of stuff going on, because he was just at Axel Alonso in his recent weekly interview he does with Comic Book Resources, says that Jonathan Hickman is still going to be part of the writers' retreats that they do.
Well, he may be more of like their think tank or something. He's just right now he's taking a break from it to write something else, and because it was a little heavy plotting all that stuff and going through all that. So. He's not one that's used, been a writer out there and then used Marvel as a springboard to, hey, look at all my creator-owned stuff and all this. He's just, from what they've always said, he's taking a break.
And honestly, with the conclusion of Secret Wars number 9, he basically just finished at least a 6-year Fantastic Four story.
He did a very long, very tightly woven together story, which a lot of people don't do. They don't really care about their loose ends.
No.
And he did a pretty good job.
Yes, just the endurance of it all, and hopefully he still has hair. Seriously, way to go! Kudos to Hickman. He deserves a break. I hope Marvel's compensating him well, and I definitely look forward to the new stuff that he'll be doing,
Yeah.
wherever that is, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So, guys, moving on to our question of the week. There have been some recent teasers from Marvel Comics. One of them simply says, "Death No More." And
or
then,
Death No More or Dead No More?
sorry, Dead No More.
Dead No More.
Dead No More. And then, just a few days later, we had another one that said, "Beware My Sting." So, these are from Marvel. They could mean so many different things. But our question is twofold. This is what we're posing to you today. Number one, what do you think these teasers mean? And with the presumption that somebody is coming back from the dead, with our second question, what dead Marvel character would you like to see come back to life in the Marvel Universe? So there we go, guys. Those are our questions. These teasers, and I had them on the screen. I'll see if I can put them back on the screen for you to look at. But Dead No More, Beware My Sting, what is up with that? What does that mean? And what dead Marvel character would you like to see come back? Randy, any ideas?
Someone help me out. Look it up in the Secret Wars number 9. I kind of felt like within the last few pages there was a hint that could lead to, or be a lead into the Dead No More.
Yeah.
Look back through. You might see what I was seeing there. I'll look back through. I don't want to spoil it for anyone who might not have read it there. But I think that might hold something. Sure. I mean, there are a couple of very major characters right now that I've seen some theories out there. You know, Charles Xavier being one.
Yeah.
I mean, Wolverine's an obvious choice.
Right.
Jean Grey's an obvious choice. The older Jean Grey. So
yeah.
those are 3 that I've seen that have been some really big talked about.
Yep.
And could easily be. It could be all of them.
It could be.
Fear My Sting. I have no clue. You know. Woo! Sting has come to the comic book. No, I don't know what. I don't know what that one means. It's maybe Superior Spider-Man's back.
Oh,
I don't know. I'm totally at a loss as to what that one is. As for who I would like to see come back from the dead, that's extremely simple. I had a tough time a year in Marvel when they killed off Captain America, they killed off Sabretooth, they killed off I'm drawing a blank as to who the other character was, and they killed off Banshee all within the same year.
Oh yeah.
And they brought back Captain America, they brought back Sabretooth. Marvel, I want Banshee back.
We want Banshee back.
I miss him. He's one of my favorite characters, and how dare you get rid of him?
How dare you?
And not bring him back. They teased us with Necrosha, and they brought some people back to life from Necrosha. You know,
yeah.
Blink was one of them that they brought back to life.
Right.
But not Banshee.
Yeah.
So that's my easy answer right there.
Yeah, very cool, very cool. Going back to your hints, with the new, all different Marvel that's been out so far. You know, with the Dead No More, you're thinking, honestly, one of the main characters you may be thinking of is Wolverine.
Yeah.
You know, well, we have Old Man Logan now.
Yeah.
And we have X-23 as Wolverine. So,
yeah.
But 2 notable things with the current Amazing Spider-Man story, we know that Doc Ock is still out there.
Yeah.
And with the latest issue of Extraordinary X-Men, we saw Storm looking at somebody that was remarkably resembling Professor Xavier.
However, nobody else seemed to notice.
Right.
And Storm has constantly been talking to an image of Professor X, oftentimes.
Yes.
So
there we go.
We don't know.
So for what these mean, I don't know. Somebody's got to be coming back. But for my dead Marvel character that I would like to see come back, I want Namor back. I want Namor back.
That soon.
Yes, because honestly, Buzz and I were talking a little bit about this. It's like he never became as relevant to me as he did until the past couple of years, leading up to this Secret Wars storyline with all of his stuff that he was doing in New Avengers that Hickman was doing with him and stuff. And honestly, Namor's really never been. Buzz was talking about how he liked him in Ultimate Fantastic Four a bit, how he had his character in there and how he's portrayed in there. And it's been a long time since I read those books, so I really couldn't remember it, other than him kind of being a jerk, which is kind of like what he always is.
Yeah.
But I really liked the role that he played leading up to the events of Secret Wars, and even during Secret Wars, and what he did in those final days of the New Avengers story. What the decisions that he made. It gave the character so much depth for me, and so I would like to see him come back. So there we go.
Could see that.
Yeah, why not? Well, guys, the question is up to you. The questions are up to you. What do you think these teasers mean? And what dead Marvel character would you like to see return? Choose one. Guys, that's it for this week. Some great stuff hitting this week. Check out some of the new number ones that we told you about. Check out some of these favorites that we love and read every week. I know some of our suggestions have helped you guys discover some new stuff to read and you've been enjoying. But guys, don't forget to answer the questions of the week, because we want to know down below and have a conversation with you about them as well. And that's it for this week, guys. Anything else to add, sir?
Sync. Sync would be a really cool character to bring back from the dead. You remember the Gen X character who could sync up with other people's powers? Bald-headed black guy?
Yes! Yeah.
He'd be a great character to come back. Sorry.
That's
it. That's all I have to add.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Guys, that's it for this week. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all of our subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do so now. You've been here this far. You may as well get some more of our goodness every week that we share with everybody, and come be a part of the community. Until next time, guys, read some great comics. Take care. Leave us some fantastic comments down below. And we will see you in our next video. Bye-bye. And if you've made it this far, the first person that puts this phrase down below, I'm going to contact you and send you a gift. Simply say, "Oh my God, I can't believe Randy said that." And you, the first person, it can't be Buzz, Skip, Randy, or Brad. You guys are disqualified because you're locals. But anybody else, the first person who puts in the comments below, "Oh my God, I can't believe Randy said that," I'm going to contact you and send you a gift for sticking all the way here to the end. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.